Hey guys, it's nice to see everyone, and I'm glad to be back. If you hadn't seen my last vlog, well, go ahead and go check that out if you want to. Otherwise, if you're here and you wanted to watch this, then welcome, guys. So the story behind this story, per se, is that this is going to be about when Triton and MIMIA have met. It'll kind of tell a little bit about their background and like what they are, as well as how they kind of met. Literally, that's what it is. So I'll go ahead and get started, and sorry for the bad quality, as I had made a mistake in the recording and flipped the camera the wrong way and didn't realize till afterwards that it would look like this. So if you can enjoy it, then try to at least enjoy the story, and if you want to watch, then go ahead and watch the drawing or painting per se. So I'll go ahead and get started. So what MIMIA and Triton are these creatures where they are literally, as Japanese people would call them, nikos, or cats, but in a sense they're cat people. And how they blend in with society as well, they don't. They just kind of sneak around in their own background. If they have human people that want to take care of them or that know about them, they have designated people. But the thing is, not every single one of them have designated people. There are the strays, and then there are the house ones. The house ones, they have designated people since they are born, pretty much. And the strays, well, they kind of live on their own, and they have been born into a poor society. And so basically, Triton is a stray, and MIMIA, she is a house one. And the thing behind that is, one day, Triton gets an invitation to go to this con, and he's just like, oh my goodness, as a stray, this is so rare and so unlikely. And he was just playing his game, and he's like, you know what? Although I've been thinking about this for a while, and I didn't know whether I should do it, it looks like a lot of fun, and it looks like there's this guy named Caterpillar. And I'm pretty sure he's a pretty cool guy, so I'm gonna go ahead and go and see this and see what he's about. On the other end of the world, MIMIA was getting ready, and she is talking to her mom, her cat mom, about how excited she is and how she's so excited to go to this art gallery that's at a con. Coincidentally, unbeknownst to her, the same con Triton was going to be in. But she didn't know him then, so it's not like they knew each other. So what goes on is MIMIA and Triton both go to the con. They're so excited because at cons, like, since there's a bunch of cosplay usually, they can just fit in. Nobody will really know, per se, that they aren't human, because they look like human, besides the fact that they have ears and a tail. But what can you do about it? I mean, it's their traits, it's their characteristics. And so they're walking around, and next thing you know, both of them bump into each other. They're like, Triton's still talking to his buddy about his new buddy that he just met, about how, like, he just went to go watch this Caterpillar character and how he was so cool at games, and like how it was really funny, and he got this pink mustache. Now, MIMIA, after bumping into him, was like, huh, this is weird. He seems like a cat person. Is it really possible? And she goes, hey, what's your name? And Triton's like, well, what do I say? What do I say? And then he's just like, cat. And she just bursts out laughing like, what? Cat? And Triton just turns really red. And his friend looks back at his new friend and is just like, what do I do? It gives that look of like, I messed up. And Mimia just laughing. She's like, I'm Mimia. Sorry about that. I mean, nice to meet you. Are you perhaps a, Triton? Then all of a sudden butts in. He's like, yep, I'm Triton. Yep, Triton. All awkward about it. And she just laughs again. And she's like, what are you doing here? I mean, you kind of look like are you cosplaying? And he's like, no, I actually, you seem to be one yourself, so, I'm actually a cat as well. I mean, Nico, but, I don't, hi? Mimiya just looks at him and thinks in her mind about how cute he is, and then she's like, what? But then continues to talk to him and asks a few questions. Slowly they get to know each other, and the poor buddies in the background are like, I don't know what to do. This is awkward. And Mimia's guardian or human is just like, well, I'm just gonna, if you guys want to go hang out, we can just go hang out over here while those two talk to each other, because they seem to be getting along quite well. So, after a while, Triton starts talking about how this guy named Caterpillar was playing some games, and then Mimi goes, oh, do you like playing games? I've played a couple at my house with my human owner, but, I mean, I haven't played much, but what games have you played? And he starts listing off a whole bunch of games, but then he also mentions, like, that he actually found them mostly in the garbage because he was, per se, a stray. And next thing you know, Mimia stops and looks at him and he's like, but then how did you get here? Triton shrugged his shoulders. While I just got an invitation, and the next thing you know, I'm here. Long story short. Mimia kind of looks over and is just like, well, that's kind of cool. Do you like art? Triton looks over. I'm terrible at art, but I do like looking at other people's art. It's pretty cool. Would you like to go and look at some? I mean, it's a lot of fun, and, well, for me at least, I really like doing art. It's great. Triton laughs a little bit at her awkwardness about it. Well, okay. That sounds like a lot of fun. Maybe later we can go visit my house, or not really house, but we can go and visit my alley. It'd be a lot of fun, wouldn't it? She laughs and then goes and she's like, yeah, I think that'd be a lot of fun. So, for the rest of the day, they just kind of went around con, talking about how much fun it was just to blend in, and how cool it was that they didn't have to just act like cats or be treated like one, because nobody knew. And they didn't have to hide themselves, or Triton didn't have to go digging through scraps to find food, because they were pretty much giving out food, because it was a con, and sometimes you get lucky and there's food around. But this particular one, there was even more. There's some of the favorite foods that they loved. Like, for one, like, they loved fish. As cliche as it sounded, they both just loved fish. So, they went around, ate a couple fish, found their owners, or Mimia found her owner, and then Triton found one of his family members from back in the alley, and then all his friends that he just met as well. They all hang out, and then they just started just chilling. And after a while, it started to get dark, and Mimia looks over and she's like, I don't know whether I want to say goodbye. I mean, it was a lot of fun meeting you, but I mean, in society, cat society, this kind of thing is like Romeo and Juliet type thing. Nobody, it's so cliche, but like usually a cat and Mimia just grins. Yeah, I think you're pretty cool yourself. What else do you like to do? I just like having a lot of fun, jumping around, being energetic. It's me. I like a lot of things. Yeah. Mimia bursts out laughing. What? You're just such a goofball. How? I mean, I just want to learn more about you, and you're such a goofball already. I mean, I just learned about you today, and I already find you kind of cool and everything. But I'm sure we'll get to know each other even more. What do you think about just hanging out sometime? Getting a bite to eat or something. Or maybe you can come and hang out at my place. Or we can go play games at your place. Or I don't know. I'm just thinking aloud. Triton stops and looks over at Mimia. Yeah, I think that would be kind of fun. What are some of the things you like? Oh, like I said earlier, I really like art, and it's a lot of fun just playing around, and I mean, I haven't done much games, so I mean, although games are fun, I'm not really that good at them, but I do just like hanging out with my friends, and I mean, I'm not that good of a singer as well, but I used to sing a lot when I was younger, and yeah, I like making little yarn things. Yarn things? Triton says. Like what kind of things? Oh, like keychains. It's just more so of a hobby. Triton looks over and looks up and sees the alley that he's supposed to be at. That's my alley. I mean, I probably should get going. I mean, you probably should get going as well, because I'm sure your owner is wondering where you are. I mean, I guess. Do you know what a hand hug is? Hand hug? What's that? I mean, I know what a hug is, but what's a hand hug? Just hold up your hand. Yeah. Triton holds up his hand. No, other hand. Okay. He switches his hands, and then Mimia puts her hand against his, and then goes boop as her thumb wraps around his hand. There, hand hug. See? Now you try it. Ready? Boop. They both give each other a cute little hand hug, and both of them laugh. It was a cute little story, how they met. Simple, random, but simple. And so eventually, after time went by, they got to know each other more. They got to have more friends. They found out a lot more about each other. And everything was pretty cool. So in the long run, Mimia had a lot of fun learning about Triton. And Triton had a lot of fun learning about Mimia. They played some games together. Mimia tried to teach some art to him, but he just could not pick it up for nothing. It just looked like scribbles, but she still thought it was adorable. So she just continued to have fun. And eventually, things got closer. A couple years went by. So one day, things just changed. And that's how TRIMIA became to be. The end. Now, to be perfectly honest, a lot of this was improvised per se, and I had like a general gist, like how they're gonna meet. So it was definitely improv. I just kind of went with it as it went. But to be perfectly honest, like a lot of the story behind it, like I believe, is how they kind of would have met. Like with the meaning of the fact that they're cat people and how they have like different sides in the sense of like the alley cats and then the human owned cats. But that's just me. And I just kind of like a cute little story, like where they're on different sides and Okay, so I may like Romeo and Juliet a little bit, but either way, I think it was just a cute little fun thing that I thought I might do. And I hope you guys don't mind it too much, because I thought I might practice some improv, because why not? Plus, I've always wanted to make a cute little story behind those two. And, I mean, I'm just going off now, but it's true, and I hope that you guys did like it and you enjoyed it. Because those two little characters are the cutest little things to me. And I just love drawing them. Like, you'll see me probably more in the future draw them a lot more. Or I might do like a remake of this and edit it and make like an official background behind them. Or like an official, like, how they met story. And sure, I do believe, like, they met at a con, because I kind of see that's just the most ingenious but not really ingenious thing. So, cliche but not cliche? I don't know how to describe it. But either way, definitely, I could probably talk about the artwork a little bit before I go. There was definitely some challenges throughout it. Like, for one, at the beginning, I had a few impatient moments where I'm like, ooh, I can get this done next, or like times that I thought the paint was dry. So you might have saw at one point Mia's mouth is a little bit blurred, or like just different times like where things kind of mixed together that weren't supposed to mix, and I had to work through that. I basically just, after I was done, I just kind of like, after it dried out, I kind of made the mouth a little bit wider so it covered up the black spots, because black is terrible to try to get off and make right. And then the background was a little bit of a pain to do in the sense of keeping straight, because I have a little bit of a organizational problem, and if it isn't straight, it kind of bugs me. But I've gotten over it at this point, and I'm just like, I do like how it looks, and I hope that you guys love how it looks as well. And I just, watercolor on this kind of canvas is a challenge if you're trying to layer, and I just wanted to draw something, and I was out of watercolor paper, but I wanted to do a watercolor thing on here. So I was like, you know what, I'll try it out, and it turned out decent, and I really actually do like how it turned out, besides like a couple things that I've already mentioned, like the fact that the thing that was probably the most challenging with this kind of canvas in watercolor is that when you go to layer, if you're not careful and you put too much water on there after it's dried, it'll reactivate the pigments since the pigments haven't settled into the canvas. Or like it was hard to blend some of the colors. So some of the spots that might look grainy, that's the reason why. Because I don't have the proper paper, and I honestly wish I could have, but I didn't mind the challenge at the same time. Because it was a pretty cool outcome in the long run, and I loved drawing it. Because like I said, those two are the most adorable things. And if you didn't catch the Cataplier reference, it was kind of Markiplier, and I actually do have a drawing of Jacksepticeye and Markiplier that I am working on right now, that I've done a sketch of, and I'm probably going to draw it in the future, and it might be on the channel. I don't know quite yet, but either way, if I do it, I'll probably show it on my vlogs, like I usually do. Like, I don't show every single thing on my vlogs, but when I do drawings, sometimes I'll show them if I don't show them on there. But we will see, and like you've probably already guessed, don't hold myself to it. And if you haven't, because right now I'm not professional or anything, and if you have not checked out my anti video, per se, that would be nice if you actually did go check out, because it took a lot of work, and I'd like people to like it, but if you don't, I get it, because I'm not a professional or pro of any sort. But if you want to go check that out, that'd be great, because I did a lot of work on it. And since it's getting close to the video, I'll go ahead and say thank you for watching. I will leave you for a bit, and we'll come back at the very end, just basically with my general outro goodbye. Thank you for watching. Bye. Hey guys, if you like this video, give this video a like, and if you haven't checked out my other vlogs, go ahead and do that. You can either click the link to the previous one, or you can check him out at my page, and I'll have a playlist on there, and you can click that and watch it from the beginning. Or if you'd like, go ahead and check out my art, because I love doing art, and I'm sure if you guys love art, you will love my art channel as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!